Um, all right, so Estelle, welcome to the Joyful Life Project. We've just had a wonderful conversation about an excellent project that you have. The idea of creating an online hub for learning for children, supported by the 3P community, sounds very, very cool. So thank you for coming here. I'm so happy that I had the chance to talk to you about that, and I'd like to talk to you about it more. Before we get started with our two questions, Estelle, can you just tell us a little bit, a short version of what you just told me now, a little bit about yourself before we ask the questions?
About myself.
Yeah, who are you? What do you do?
So I'm a sport, I used to be a sport educator, right. And with having experience in teaching in schools, in French schools, American school, with traditional approach and more self-centered approach. And I've discovered the 3 principles which match my understanding of education.
Right.
And I would like to be able to offer a service to the community where children and seniors and entrepreneurs or anybody could really benefit from each other and merge into activities that really talk to them,
right.
And learn from there, from a feeling of wholeness and happiness, and expand from that feeling.
Nice. Yeah, beautiful. I hope to see this come into being, into reality. And if I can support it in any way, I'd love to.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's near to my heart as well, what you're describing. So
nice.
You ready?
Yes.
No pressure. So what, as we've been talking about that, so what does living a joyful life mean to you, Estelle?
A joyful life is really to live with a feeling of joy. Like,
and what else? Yes.
and it's just being able to express myself, my talents, to share it, to share my gifts, to discover my gift, and to share my gifts with people.
Nice.
And just to enjoy this. Yes, just enjoy the journey without having to worry about the destination. And,
I love that. Yeah, so it's about the journey, not the destination. How did you come to that?
So I came across the 3 principles, and it completely opened up my mind on why I was not feeling happy.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah, and where does the resistance were coming from? Where was the resistance coming from? And once I understood the nature of life and who I was, my true nature, I just got some energy back, and I was feeling very joyful, very happy and re-engaged and full of energy and wanting to be and enjoy life again. I thought I had lost this energy for a while, because I thought I had no voice, And I thought that I could not make a difference because of my own belief,
Right.
not realizing who I was. And my environment when I was younger did not offer this understanding.
Right.
So by gaining it, really, it was amazing. It was a miracle. I just went back into lots of hope. And
so what was, so
creative ideas. Yeah.
you mentioned a few times sort of uncovering your true self. I forget the exact way that you phrased it, but can you say a little bit more about what you uncovered about yourself? What did you see?
That I was creating my own reality with my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And that I wasn't my thinking or whatever people were saying about me, or what my culture was saying about me, or my persona or who I am is not just linked to my little persona, is more than this.
So many questions and so little time because we're trying to keep these short. You something that I'm curious about, you said something about what I heard was that there's a relationship between less resistance and more joy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say a little bit about what lessening resistance does, what the impact of that is in your in terms of more joy in your life?
Yes, so I am in resistance when I believe that my happiness depends of external things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to achieve things, and I get caught up with my mind in trying to do that. I'm not connecting to my hearts.
Right.
And I'm doing it with my mind, and I am not as inclusive as if I was acting from my heart in a relaxed way, open to possibilities and just going with the flow. It's very different.
Wow. Again, there's a lot of questions, but unfortunately, time is of the essence today. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So the second question is what advice would you give someone who wanted to live a more joyful or joyous life?
Just to go and learn about their true nature. And to keep working on themselves and to know themselves better. That's really important. And this will change their life. And to not hesitate to contact coach like Michael.
Unsolicited there. Thanks so much, Estelle. I really appreciate your time, and I really I almost wish that we could have shared the conversation we had prior to our little interview. But is there anything else that you'd like to add just around joy and your experience with it before we close our conversation?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to meet you again and to explore the possibility of a 3 principal hub.
Yeah.
And to offer an amazing service and possibilities to the future generation, to this generation, and to our senior, and to all people who around the world really can benefit from this new understanding, paradigm, services, and
nice.
It will just make the difference, in the world.
Oh, that's nice, Estelle. I
Yeah.
think that's a beautiful place for us to stop. I'm gonna press pause on the recording. Oops.